This is the story of Theo Leo and his one blue sock. Once upon a time there was a boy, and his name was Theo Leo. Theo Leo wondered if he was like other children. He had blinking brown eyes and a small pointed nose. That seems normal, said Theo Leo. He liked to jump, boing, 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 and he liked to dig in the dirt. He liked to lie on his back and look up at the sky. And he liked to eat worms. Hey, wait a minute. Who eats worms? The children asked. I do, said Theo as he slurped a worm down his throat like a delicious strand of spaghetti. Ooh, that's disgusting. Theo wore a long orange scarf. Summer and winter, spring and autumn. This scarf was forever flapping and flying behind him in the wind, catching on things, collecting bits of stuff in the weave of the orange yarn. Ah, says Theo picking out a bit of twig or a small white feather or a piece of string from the forever flapping, forever flying orange scarf. How delightful, how very useful, he said. And all the very delightful, very useful stuff that he caught in his flapping, flying orange scarf, he kept in his special place in the bushes behind his house. Theo also wore one blue sock. Summer, winter, spring and autumn. He had lost the other blue sock so long ago, it seemed to Theo that for his whole life he'd been the boy with only one blue sock. And because he didn't want to get holes in his one blue sock, he hopped and hopped on his one bare foot all the way to school and all the way home again, every day. Even when it rained. Hop, 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 and hop. Now Theo thought it was perfectly delightful to wear one blue sock and to slurp, slurp, slurp wiggling pink worms and to catch bits of stuff in his forever flapping, forever flying orange scarf and to hop, hop, hop everywhere he went. However, Theo did not like his very long, fluffy red arms. Oh no, not one bit. Not one little bit. But what is wrong, you may ask, with having very long, fluffy red arms? When you're a boy named Theo and you wear only one blue sock, and you catch very delightful, very useful stuff in your forever flapping, forever flying orange scarf, and you have a taste for wiggling pink worms, and you hop, hop, hop everywhere you go. Well, Theo had begun to notice that those very long, fluffy red arms of his were always getting in the way. They were always banging, crashing, bashing, thumping, and knocking over everything in their path. Often he would slip and slide on his one bare foot in the rain or fumble during a football game, and nobody ever wanted to swap lunches with him. Theo who'd always been proud of his taste for slurp, slurp, slurping pink worms, or his very delightful, very useful orange scarf, or his one blue sock, or his need to hop, hop, hop everywhere he went, suddenly wasn't proud any more. I'm so clumsy, he wept. You're out of practice, squeaked a voice above him. Theo Leo looked up and saw a small bird sitting on a branch. He thought it resembled a blue sock, but he didn't tell the bird that. Out of practice of doing what? Theo Leo asked the bird. Flying, of course, answered the bird. What do you think? Those are wings, aren't they? I don't think so, said Theo Leo, getting quite angry. I'm just a little boy with long, fluffy red arms that are always causing me a great deal of bother. And just to prove to the bird what a bother they were, and because he was feeling angry, Theo Leo stood up and beat his very long, fluffy red arms against the world. Beat, beat, beat went the very long, fluffy red arms. Flutter, flutter, flutter went all the leaves as they were blown off their twigs. And much to Theo Leo's surprise, he lifted off the ground. Theo Leo was so shocked that he immediately stopped beating his very long, fluffy red arms, and he plopped back to the ground with a thud. I told you, said the bird. Theo Leo looked at his very long, fluffy red arms and saw that the more he lifted them, the more they fluffed and puffed. He saw that, yes, in fact, they did resemble very long feathered red wings. Sort of. Theo Leo hopped very fast, and so hopping very fast turned into running even faster. And all the while he beat his very long fluffy red arms up and down until Theo Leo was flying. He flew over his house and waved at his parents. He flew over his school and waved at the children in the playground. The people of the town looked up and they shouted out, It's Theo Leo! He's flying! Is that normal? It is if you're a bird, cried Theo Leo. The next day, Theo Leo carried all the very delightful, very useful stuff he'd collected in the yarn of his forever flapping, forever flying orange scarf, and he built himself a very delightful, perfectly normal nest.